Imagine losing someone to colon cancer when it could have stopped 10 years earlier. Colon cancer is one of the deadliest cancers, but also one of the most preventable. Right now, it's the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States. Why? Because we don't talk about it. We don't track symptoms. We don't screen early. And most people don't know they have power, but you do. You have more control than you think. And in this video, I will show you how. Hi, I'm Bimal. I'm founder of Gutsphere. But more importantly, I was a patient, just like you. At 35, I faced the fear of colon cancer. I had no family history. I was healthy, active, and in the best shape of my life. But just a year or two earlier than that, I had been struggling. Chronic constipation, bleeding from hemorrhoids, and fissures, and a healthcare system that offered more guesswork than guidance. So I took control. I became the scientist of my own body, experimenting, tracking, and finally resolving those symptoms. By the time I walked into that doctor's office, I had already turned around my health, but none of that mattered. Instead of assessing my actual risk, my doctor rushed me straight into colonoscopy with no explanation, no discussion, just a directive. And the result, I was left weak, confused, and saddled with surprise bills. That experience made me realize people like us don't just need procedures. We need power, we need prevention, we need clarity. So I started reading everything I could. I tracked every symptoms. I built tools, and I have spent years rebuilding my gut health so that I can prevent not only colon cancer, but also other GI issues and live a high-performing life. That's why you should listen, because I have been there and I built this for people like us. And I eventually built the app I wish I had during that journey. It's called Gutsphere. More on that later. And yes, there is a free download link in the description. Open it now or save it for later. In the next few minutes, I'll show you why colon cancer is one of the most preventable diseases in the world, what the latest science says about stopping it, and I will link every study in the description, and I will show you a 5-step framework that could save a life or someone you love. I'll show you the number one thing you are probably not doing that could stop colon cancer before it even starts. This isn't about fear, it's about focus. And this video might just save a life. Let's get into it. Most people think that colon cancer is random, but there is what makes colon cancer different from many others. It starts small, it grows slow, and it gives warning signs. Most colon cancer begins as polyps, small, benign growths in the colon lining. But it can take up to 10 to 15 years for a polyp to become cancerous. That's a massive window to stop it. And now we have strong data how lifestyle, screening, and symptom awareness can interrupt that process early. A 2022 review in Nature Reviews in Gastroenterology and Hepatology confirmed that up to 60% of colorectal cancer deaths are preventable through modifiable risk factors and timely screening. That's not a motivational quote. That's scientific consensus. But most people delay and regret it. Even if you already have symptoms, you can still prevent the escalation. You are not powerless. In the next few minutes, I'll give you a step-by-step plan you can follow today. It's called the focus method. Fix the terrain, own your risk, check for clues, understand screening, and start sooner. Let's break it down. Cancer doesn't grow in isolation. It grows in the terrain you create. Let's start with fiber. This one ingredient in your lunch could lower your colon cancer risk by 25%, and most people don't get enough of it. A 2023 meta-analysis showed people who eat 30 grams of fiber daily cut their colon cancer risk by up to 25%. Fiber feeds good gut bacteria, produces butyrate, a natural cancer blocker, and keeps waste moving fast. Most Americans consume only 17 grams of fiber per day. So be smart and add lentils, chia seeds, oats, berries, leafy greens. Now, let's look at what to cut. A 2022 study in Frontier in Nutrition confirmed Each 50 grams of processed meat per day increases colorectal cancer risk by 16 to 18%. That's one strip of bacon. You don't have to be a vegan, just reduce the dose. And movement matters too. According to 2023 American Cancer Society review, 4 to 5 hours of moderate exercise per week drops risk by up to 27%. Walking, cycling, yoga, it all counts. And don't forget hydration. Water keeps your colon functioning. Dehydration leads to harder stools, straining, inflammation, and microtrauma. And yes, smoking increases colon cancer by up to 50%. This isn't just about lungs, it's about your gut lining. And again, this isn't about being perfect, it's about changing the terrain. But earlier you improve your terrain, the harder it is for cancer to grow. Now let's talk about you. Not everyone starts at the same baseline. And if you have been told you are too young or your labs are fine, don't settle. There are 3 types of risk. 1. Genetic risk. If your parent or sibling had colon cancer or polyps, your risk increases. But that doesn't mean you are doomed. Genes aren't destiny. Genes need permission to express. That permission comes from the environment, what scientists now call epigenetics. And number 2 risk is chronic inflammation risk. If you had years of constipation, hemorrhoids, anal fissures, Crohn's, or ulcerative colitis, your gut lining has been under stress. This creates a landscape where abnormal cells can thrive. You can't erase the past, but you can calm your gut now. So track symptoms, eat anti-inflammatory foods, move body, manage stress. And 3, environmental and behavioral risk. This is the most modifiable. Everything we have talked about, fiber, meat, exercise, hydration, this is your sandbox. A 2022 study in oncology showed that people with the healthiest lifestyle score had up to 50% lower risk of colon cancer, even if they had family history. You are not powerless. This is 100% controllable. Don't miss these early signs. Blood in stool, unexplained fatigue, bloating or gas that won't go away, sudden weight loss, change in bowel habits lasting more than 1 week. Your colon speaks. Are you listening? Colon cancer doesn't just grow slow. It gives us a look inside. So why do most people delay screening? Because they think colonoscopy is the only option. Let's bust that myth. You have 4 real options backed by science. FIT test at home once a year detects hidden blood. Cologuard, stool DNA plus blood markers. Number 3, CT colonography, a non-invasive virtual colon scan. And finally, colonoscopy. Number 4, most comprehensive, detects and removes polyps. In 2021, the US Preventative Services Task Force updated guidelines to start screening at 45. If you have symptoms or family history, you may need to start even sooner. Research shows regular screening cuts colon cancer deaths by up to 68%. The truth is, the best test is the one that gets done, and done on time. So don't wait until symptoms appear. If you are over 45, start now. If you are under 45 but at a higher risk, talk to your doctor. Prevention isn't just about avoiding death. It's about protecting your energy, your future, and your freedom. Let's bring it all home with the focus checklist. Fix the terrain. Diet, movement, hydration. Own your risk. Family history, inflammation, and habits. Number 3, check for your clues. Symptoms, patterns, and changes. Number 4, understand your screening options. And number 5, start sooner, not when it's too late. Put this on your fridge. Send it to someone who keeps saying, I will deal with it later. Prevention only works if you use it. I was 35 when I went through the colonoscopy after my doctor dropped the colon cancer fear bomb on me. You can watch my full story in the linked video. It was a frustrating journey, but I channeled my fear into a mission to help people like us. That's why I created Gutsphere, to give people like you and us symptom tracking, screening clarity, evidence-based tools, and peace of mind before crisis hits. Colon cancer isn't just beatable, it's stoppable if you start early. So don't let silence or shame. You can use Gutsphere app to track symptoms, plan questions, and navigate care. Share this with someone you love, because One person acting today could be one life saved tomorrow. Let's stop colon cancer, not with panic, but power and focus.